There are two ways to add or change colors to a watercolor stamp. The first one requires using a watercolor brush and a blender. The second doesn't need any of that. So I'm going to show you the first one first. You want to choose the dominant color of the subject and then stamp it on the canvas. Because I'm using the carrot stamp, I'm just going to use orange. And this way, I'll save some time because I only need to correct colors for a small area. And in this case, that would be the leaf. A second step would be to identify areas that need different colors. And it's very obvious here, we just need to make the leaves green. So step 3, add a new layer on top, set it to clipping mask. Add new colors with the good watercolor brush on the new layer. Step 4. If the new color is similar to the dominant color, you can probably just brush it directly on top. But if the new color is very different, like green versus orange, it's best to brush the area first with white and then add the new color. Otherwise, it doesn't look like the new color. I had to brush it twice with white just to remove as much of the orange paint as possible. And once that is done, we can add the green paint with the same watercolor brush. You have noticed that I deliberately painted green on the orange part, just a little bit, because I want to use my blender later to create a look like traditional watercolor, where green and orange paints run into each other when they're still wet. So just pick up my blender and give it a go. There you have it. It's looking pretty nice, and I really like how well blended the area where the two colors meet. It's like real watercolor. So that's how you change or add colors to an existing stamp. Now I'm gonna show you method number 2. Still, you need to choose the dominant color and stamp it on the canvas just like before, and still you need to identify areas that need different colors. But from here on it will be different. So the step 3 would be, you want to tap S to select an area and make sure it's on freehand. You just want to circle an area that you want to change colors for, and then don't forget to feather 10 to 15% so the change in color will not be so abrupt. And then tap adjustment, then tap hue, saturation, brightness. You want to play with the sliders until you're happy with the new look. I'll stop at about 63-64% for a green color. And because we used feathering earlier, we don't need to use the blender anymore, and the change in color looks really natural. You can stop here if you want, but step 4 is something bonus. You can also spot change the carrot's color if you want, or anything else. Doesn't have to be carrot. So to do that, just tap S again to select an area and make sure it's on freehand. Circle an area you want to change colors for, and if you want to do more than one area at the same time, just tap add and then circle another area. And again, feather 10 to 15% and then tap adjustment, then hue, saturation, brightness. Play with the sliders until you're happy with the new look. See, you can change color 1 to color B, or you can just slightly adjust an existing color by playing with the saturation, brightness, and hue. Okay, so now you understand the 2 ways to change or add colors to your watercolor stamp. You can combine them to achieve the best look you want. For example, you can first brush in a new color, but then use the hue, saturation, brightness to adjust it a little bit, like 2 in 1. Alright, I hope this makes sense, and I have many other tutorials and classes out there, and I'll leave some links in the description if you're interested in checking them out. Happy painting until next time!